welcome to our channel, Simple Quality Living. Alright, so today we're going to be making this. Okay, this is soap out of goat's milk. So I'm so excited about this because I love the fact that I can make my own soap now. And it is so much healthier for you than a lot of soaps out there. Especially the fact that this is all chemical free, synthetic free, toxin free, all that good stuff. It's so cool because I have had this funky, I don't know what it was. It's not eczema, it's not psoriasis, it's not whatever. I still haven't figured out what this thing was on my hand. I've tried all sorts of stuff for the past year and a half. Even manuka, honey, cayenne pepper, turmeric, steroid cream, nothing. But as soon as I started milking our goat, when we got our goats, and some of the milk would squirt on my hand, it started going away. Whoa, right? So there's some incredible stuff in this beautiful milk, this gold, right? So I wish doctors would, instead of going straight to the, their prescription pad and writing on, steroids and stuff, I wish they would consider more milk, the goat milk, because that will solve so many skin issues. Goat milk is really good for eczema, for acne, and who knows what other skin conditions. So a couple of things before we get going that you need to know about soap making. So when you make soap, you will actually need sodium hydroxide. This is lye. When you mix lye with your water or milk, so in this case, it will be the milk. When you mix this solution with your oils, it is going to make a process called saponification. This is pretty much a chemical reaction that turns your mixture into soap. So having your lye solution, having your lye is very important. You cannot make soap without your lye. Now the thing about lye, it is caustic, meaning it is dangerous and caustic chemical which can cause burns. So in this case, you do need to wear gloves with this. You do need to wear a mask with this, eye protection. But the first thing that you'll do is you'll actually make your lye solution. It's so crazy because when you put your lye in with your milk, it will start melting very fast. It will start, within seconds, it will start melting the milk. So, and it will start being warm and hot. And then when you make whenever you do anything with your lye, make sure you always dump it in something. Do not dump something on the lye, because if that were to happen, right? So let's say I'm putting the milk in with the lye, any splashes could come on you. So always put the lye solution in with something instead of that something with in your lye. When it comes to milk, whether it's when you want to choose frozen or regular like this liquid, you want frozen. The reason being is because when you mix the lye solution with your milk or water, but with the milk for instance, if it is too warm, then it will start burning it. So you want it frozen first when you mix it, not like this, because again, you don't want to burn it. Once your lye solution is finished, and all your oils are melted, you're going to combine those. Again, remember mixing the lye solution in with your oils, and you will blend it with the stick blender. The reason being, you could do it by hand, but that would take a long time. So a stick blender is really good to make it speed up the process. Now, when you combine those two, you're going to want to keep. You don't want to stir this constantly. So when you combine the oil and these together, you will just start, before you turn the stick on, you'll just kind of blend it first, just give it a few stirs, and then you will turn this on. Do not keep this on continuously, because you'll, give it a break here and there. Turn this on for a few seconds, let it do its thing, and then stop it, and then just stir it by hand. And then do that for a few seconds, 10-15 seconds, and then do it again. Turn this thing on, 5 to even 15 seconds, and then stop it, and then do it by hand. you're gonna do this continuously. You will keep doing this until your solution starts, your soap mixture starts getting thicker, meaning where it starts to the point where it's nearing trace. This is an indication that emulsification has occurred, and how you'll tell whether it's reached trace is when you can either use this thing or a spoon or something, but you can like put this in it and make some sort of a mark, and then if that mark stays, test it for about a minute. If that mark stays for about a minute, then without it going back down, then you reach trace and you are ready to go and put that solution in your mold soap, your soap mold. The utensils I use are silicone based because they are compatible with any of the solutions or mixtures or chemical reactions that I make. You can use wood, I guess, but even then I like just avoid that. But yeah, silicone. And when you use your utensils, make sure you do not use any utensils that have cracks or holes or splits in them, so that way when you're making the lye, for instance, if the lye is found to be in any of these cracks or holes and you touch it, it could hurt you, it could harm you. So I'd rather just avoid even this and just make sure you use smooth utensils that do not have any crevices or holes or any of that stuff. As far as your mixing bowls go, when you make your lye solution with your milk or your water, because the lye will make that solution warm and hot, you do not want to use glass because it could bust the glass. So just use a stainless steel or plastic. Make sure stainless steel, no other metal, because that could interfere with the process. And make sure that when you use a plastic, that is at least a PP5, so propylene 5, and you will know that because it will say on the back on the little recycling sign. You can't see it on here, but mine says it right here, PP5. So make sure that it's at least a PP5. You can use any of these for when you melt your oils, like your cocoa butter, shea butter, olive oil, coconut oil, any of that. But just the only thing, just do not use the glass, like I said, when you make your lye solution, because it will get really hot. So once you have your soap mixture, you will put it in the mold, and you'll actually want to spray this with alcohol. The reason being is because the alcohol will help prevent any soda ash. Then you'll put this in the fridge to cool off and let the gel phase set in. If you do not, and you'll just do this overnight. If you do not want to put it in the fridge, just let it set out, put something over it like a towel, and let it set out for 36 to 48 hours. And then the next day, once you take it out of the fridge, you'll put it on a tray, you'll cut it, and you'll put it on a tray, and just let it cure for 4 to 6 weeks. And what this does, it lets the moisture evaporate, so that way the soap gets harder. And this will make it last longer and also let the saponification process finish, right? Like the making of the soap process finish. So I think we are ready to go, so let's get to making the soap. Here are all of our supplies. We are making a bigger batch, so we have extra supplies. We also have essential oils, so that's in addition to our basic recipe. So of course, safety first, so crack open that window so that way the fumes from the lye can come out. Look how cute they are, our goats. Okay, eye protection first, so yes, goggles. And then gloves, and of course long sleeves. I'm not wearing it, so I'm kind of a hypocrite right now. Okay, measure your frozen milk, so that'll go into the bowl first. And then your lye solution, the lye powder, will go into that, not vice versa. Whenever you do something like that, lye goes into something, not the other way. Always measure, so we measure in ounces. So when we put it in, it will start melting the milk within seconds. And you want the degree temperature from about 95 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. 95 is ideal, so just keep stirring that until it melts completely, so that way there's no lye flakes or chunks. Then we'll go to the shea butter. This is our recipe, so it is whatever you want it to be. What is nice is because it is so warm, pretty much all of our oils are melted already. So we make this a lot faster and quicker. Versus the winter, everything's pretty solid, so it takes longer. So now we have the lard. Now once you add all your oils, you want that to about 90 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Pretty much 110 degrees Fahrenheit plus or minus 10 degrees. So keep adding in your oil and just keep stirring them. It is really cool. It's so cool to make soap yourself. Okay, now we got the coconut. If you do cocoa butter, make sure that you do that first because it takes longer to melt. So do that first and then melt the other oils after it. Olive oil. All of these oils are really good for your skin. It's really moisturizing and healing for your skin. It is amazing. Now, if you have like helichrysum essential oil or even frankincense essential oil later on, those would be really good to add in as well. But yeah, anyway, so again, 90 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, adding the lye milk solution into the oil solution, and stir it by hand at first for a few seconds, and then you can turn on your stick blender. And do this intermittently until you reach trace, meaning like where it reaches like a thick pudding texture. And you will check for peaks. Like how you'll know if it's a real trace is checking the peaks like whipped cream. And let those peaks linger there for about a minute. And that's how you'll know that it's like this for about a minute. And that's how you'll know it's reached real trace. Ta-da! And then again, we use essential oil. So lavender is really good for skin healing. So is peppermint. Really good. Again, if you have helichrysum, frankincense, tea tree, lemon, we also use those as well. So we added the essential oil in first, measured it, and then now we're adding the rest of the soap mixture into it. This is the lavender one, so we love using lavender flowers in it. Not just for the smell, because the smell is just amazing, but also for the look, it's just fun, and also for the texture. Look how fun, right? Okay, and then put it in your mold, your soap mold, and then just make sure that you tap your mold so that way you get any air bubbles out. And here's another mold that we use, and that's it. Okay, so that's our process. So this will now go into the fridge to set overnight, to chill and all that stuff, and then we'll see you in the morning. I forgot to put the spray with alcohol before I put it in the fridge, so just spray it with alcohol to get rid of prevent soda ash.
Alright, so it's the morning after we put the soap in the forms, and here they are.
Oh, sorry.
See them? So now we're gonna, they smell good, peppermint and lavender. So now we're gonna take them out of the forms and cut them.
This is our cutting process. There are a lot of cool instruments or supplies for cutting soap, but this is our way right now. Maybe in the future we'll get one of those cool ones, but until then, look how pretty it looks. Wow, love it. And then just taking it out of our other molds. Alright, well thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed how to make soap, and there are a lot of recipes out there, YouTube, blogs, if you want to have your own recipe. And subscribe to our channel, like, comment below, and especially turn on that notification bell to get more videos when we upload them. So, you guys take care.